Didn't you like the food? Didn't you like the food?
Unlinked.
Didn't you like the food? Listen to it. Didn't you like the food?
I think it's linked.
Yes. Where do you see the link? In which part?
Didn't ya? Didn't ya?
Yes. Yes. Great. The next one. Did you eat your vegetables? Did you eat your vegetables?
Unlinked.
Yes. Great. Next one. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you call me?
Linked.
Great. Well done. You're great at this. Okay, next one. Could you please bring the check? Could you please bring the check? What do you think?
Unlinked.
Again, sorry?
Unlinked.
Yes, it is unlinked. Great. And the last one. Would you like dessert, sir? Would you like dessert, sir?
Unlinked.
Yes, unlinked. Great, you did great. I'm impressed. So very well done. Let's move into another practice. So we will be doing a lot of practice in this part of the session. So this is a little bit more complicated, but not really, really complicated. So read the sentences and complete the chart with the spelling and phonetic transcription before and after assimilation. So it's kind of similar to what we did in the first half of the class, but the difference is that you don't have to write the full sentence. You just have to write the word that is underlined. I'm going to use the pen so you can see. So the words that are underlined, and you have to write, because when we use assimilation, some words sound different, right? So in the first example, we can see I cut my finger, and it sounds like I'm saying cup, but I'm trying to say that I cut my finger. So the real spelling would be cut, and then the real phonetic transcription would be cat, and then the phonetic transcription assimilated would be cup with a p sound at the end. So is it clear? I will give you 10 minutes, but I think you would finish before the 10 minutes. But is it clear so you can start doing it? Yes? No?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Thank you, Nelson. So go on, and if you have any questions, you can write them on the chat box. So you can start. How are you doing? Do you need help? Are you ready? I think maybe Daniela is ready. She liked the message.
I'm ready to.
Yes? Should we start checking? Maybe we can start with you two, with Daniela, and you reading the first two examples. So, or maybe let's leave it to volunteers, so I don't force anyone. Can we have any volunteer to read the number 2?
I can read number 2.
Okay. Thank you, Daniela. Great.
Did the police catch the Batman?
Yes.
The correct spelling would be B-A-N-D.
Mm-hmm.
But when we are reading it, we change it for the sound, and it will be like, did the police catch the Batman? With the M.
With which one? With which sound? Sorry, with the M.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Any other answers? Any opinions on that? No? Okay, thank you, Daniela. Thank you very much. So the next one, any volunteers? This is not allowing me to write, so I'm struggling to write in the screen, but I will continue trying. Can someone read me the next example? Is anyone else ready? It's okay if you're not fully sure, we can check them. Maybe Isabel, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, but I'm not sure.
We can try to check them, okay?
Okay, so the spelling is great. I think.
Yes.
We're talking about the 3, yeah, right?
Yes, 3.
Okay, I'm doing good. So great. Then the phonetic transcription, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Great, because I cannot write in the screen, so that would be ideal.
Okay, Miss.
Thank you.
And oh, damn it. It looks weird. I don't know why. It looks like, or you. Well, my internet is, but
oh yeah. Okay. So no. Yes, I can see it. Yes, it's correct. And and what would be the assimilated after assimilation?
Grape with a
yes
sound.
With a p. And
yes.
why? Because why do you think that happens? There is a rule there.
The next because it. I'm sorry. For the next sound, I think. Grape papers. Grape the p sound.
Yes. Yes. So when t is followed by p, v, or it changes to, in this case, t sound. Sorry, t sound changes to p. So yeah, that's correct. Perfect. I cannot write it, but it is in the chat box, so you can all check the answer, and I will continue to try to write because I need to write, but it's not working. Any last volunteer for number 4? Do I have to pick someone? I think Jolly unmute himself, so that's a sign.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid.
Go on, we can check them, so don't worry. If you can, I'm still not able to write, so if you can write it on the chat box, that would be great.
Yes, it's because I have forget where the p is replaced when you have like this consonant. I forget the other consonant that we can replace it for.
Oh, so you don't really know what the change would be?
Mm.
So what do you think the sentence would be with the correct word?
Okay.
Do you have any ideas?
Let me read the sentences, then I will try to.
Okay.
John is not dog. John's not a dog person. He's more of a cup person.
Yes. So what would the real word be there? Cat or what?
We have like a change in this two word, but as
you're not sure.
Exactly.
Yes. So in this case, the word would be cat, like the animal. Not like cutting, no, like the animal cat. So the t followed by, remember the t sound followed by p, b, or would change into p.
No? P?
It would change into p. So in this case, it would be like in the first example, only that the cat is not written with a short a. It's written with a, what do you think is it's written, the transcription?
A wedge?
K, sorry?
A wedge?
I cannot understand.
I mean, like the version, like I know it like a wedge. I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know.
it's like the butterfly, right?
The butterfly,
Like
exactly.
the one that looks like a butterfly, like the one that's
Exactly.
Yes. So that would be the transcription. I still not able. Wait, I'm gonna continue trying. So yes, finally. So let me try to write it. So the real transcription would be the k. Well, I'm supposed to put the slashes. So this, then this is really difficult in here. So bear with me. Yes, and then it would be the t. And as it is followed by a p, because we have the word person after the cat word, this t would change into a p. That would be the assimilation that happens there. So it was great, Jolie. It was great. Thank you all for participating. Now we will move into, okay, before we move into the next exercise, do we have questions regarding this? Any questions? You think you're ready to move into the next exercise? Yes, no? Any answer, please. Any answer.
Yes, miss. Go on.
Okay, thank you, William.
Hold on, miss. I have a question.
Tell me.
So it's a simple question. Whenever like we have a p and t, we have like an assimilation, right, miss? In those cases, and we have to and t always change like p, right?
The t sound, yes, it changes to p when it is followed by p or b. Or I'm gonna write it. So when bear with me, okay? So when when t is followed by, this should be between slashes, so I'm trying. It's followed by these three sounds. This is really not easy, and I haven't gotten any better. That's a comma, okay? B, and that's not how it's supposed to be, but okay. So followed by p, b, or it changes to p, or it depends. So in the example that I wrote, it actually changes to the sound changes to b, but in the example that you did, Jolie, the t sound changes to p. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's move into the next exercise. So this is kind of a game. So you will have to identify the type of feature of connected speech in each box. Okay, so you might be able to find more than one feature, but there will be, without a doubt, one that it's clear there. So the first student to finish 4, it's like tic-tac-toe or gato in Spanish. So the first one that finishes horizontally, vertically, or diagonally wins. Okay, you don't really win anything, but you win the pride. Okay, so let's read the first one. Yes, so the back's 10% off. What do you think that happens in that sentence? Any ideas? The bag's 10% off. The bag is 10% off. No, no. I know this might be kind of difficult, but I know you can do it. So remember that here we can find assimilation, we can find juncture, intrusive, linking, all of the features that we have reviewed so far. So let me give you a clue. Take a look at here. Oh, what could be the change in there? Any ideas? No, no, no. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one. So the bag is 10% off. 10% off. It's assimilation, and the n in 10 changes to p. Sorry, changes to m, to the m sound, changes the p. So the bag is 10% off. So there we have assimilation. Can you notice it, or am I going crazy? Am I the only one noticing?
Yes.
No, yes, yes. Thank you, Camilo. Okay, so the one is not valid. The first one is not valid. Let's move into the second one. Try to read it. Try to find what feature is happening there. Any ideas? She has a handbag. No, no.
Reduction.
Sorry, what?
Reduction.
Okay, could be. Could be. Okay. Let's. Sorry, give me a second. Give me a second. So where do you see reduction there?
In the has a handbag. No,
She has
a.
Okay, yes, it could be. Could be reduction. So let's write an R. Okay, this is an R. I think Jolie was. Thank you. I think Jolie was speaking, or was I? Or was?
Yes, miss.
Yes. What do you
Yes.
think?
I think we have like an illusion in handbag. We have this D. We like kind of
Yes.
pronounce it.
Could be as well. Good eye. I'm gonna put them on the side because it is not the first or the main feature that I was aiming for you to identify, but those are correct. What else?
Then we have like an linking between, I think, between has and a. She has
Linking what would be this?
let me see. Linking. She has.
But do you remember we reviewed linking R, right?
Yes.
And linking R, we use it when the word has an R, a letter R in the spelling.
Yeah.
Do you see an R in the spelling here?
We do not. We do not have a linking. I'm sorry about that.
Yes. No, but Elysian was correct, and you are right. I need you to try, so it's great. Now, try to let me see. Let me try to give you a clue because there is one feature missing. Let me think. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you this one, but I think that you already spotted two, so that's great. So we have assimilation. Why? You might be asking. You might be asking why. So the sound followed by b changes to the. Can you notice that? No. Okay. Well,
can you repeat that again?
So we have assimilation here because the followed by b handbag would change changes the to b handbag. So it could also sound like an elision, but it is correct anyway. So very well done. I think Jolie, and who else gave this answer? Jolie, and who else? Who told me it was reduction?
Me.
Me. Okay, Lisbeth. Okay. Me, so quiet. I'm gonna write your initials here so we can continue with the game. Okay. Oh, that's a long L. Okay, the next one. Then I'm not gonna read it because I'm gonna give it to you really fast. So try to read it yourself. And it should be around here. Any ideas? Take a minute and read them. Okay, so I will read them out loud.
Miss?
Yes?
We are seeing the number 3.
Yes, 3. Can you see it? Yes.
Yeah, because the pointer is like on the box, the second box.
Yes. I don't really know why that happens. But like, okay, it's, let me try to change to the.
But I want to ask about the so over, maybe an intrusive error because it's
Yes,
I was
that's it
thinking about
actually.
that. Yes.
yeah, all right. That's nice.
Yes, an intrusive R. Intrusive, I'm gonna write the I and the R. Intrusive R. So yes, I think Camilo, you gave me the answer. Was it Camilo? Who was it? Maybe it wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So I'm gonna put the C here. Okay. The next one. The mall. What do you think is this? And I know you're not seeing, but we're in 4. I cannot show you. Let me change again. Yes, here. So the mall. What do you think is happening here? Which feature? So the mall will change to the mall. Any ideas? You can write in the chat box if you don't want to speak, but I will be checking the chat box as well. But try to guess. So the original word, the original 2 words are them all, but in rapid speech we would say them all.
Linking.
Okay, and which kind of linking would you use? Do you have an R in the spelling?
No.
No. So it's similar to linking. It's similar. But remember that for linking, we need to have the R in the spelling. Now, for intrusive, we don't need the R. It's like we put it there, but it's not necessary to have it. Now, in this case, it's really similar to linking, but it's another word. Should I tell you the word? Okay, I'm gonna tell you because you will see it in the in next examples. So in this case, it is juncture. Does it make sense? Does it? No, yes. Does it make sense that it is juncture?
Could you write the word on the chat, please?
The feature?
Yes.
It is juncture. Can you see it?
Yes, miss. Thank you very much.
No worries. Okay. So let's move into the 5th example. I'm gonna change the pointer again. Okay, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna read it. So in order for you to try to guess, I lost my voice. I lost my voice.
Here I think we have like an elision again.
Yes.
Because the t is not pronounced.
Yes. What else? Do you find anything else? Maybe that's the one that I wanted you to identify. So yes, we have the elision in the T sound. Okay, so this was Jolie. I'm gonna write a D next to it. Thank you. Now, 6. Read it. Read it yourself.
Teacher?
Yes? Wait.
I think.
When?
I think.
Camilo? No, Nelson.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I think that it's a linking R.
And where would you say?
in your order, I mean, in British accent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's correct. So Nelson, you got this one right. I'm gonna write an N. It was actually linking R. Okay. Next one. I love iced tea. Any ideas? I love iced tea.
Is there an
Religion, Miss?
Religion?
Oh, we got a lot of answers. Okay, one by one. I know that I could listen to Fernanda, I guess.
Yes.
And then Jolie and William, was it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So yes, it was an elision because it's like we don't pronounce the sound. So Fernanda, then Jolie. I think it's difficult to make the whole row, right? The whole row of correct answers. Now, the next one. I'm so disturbed. I'm so disturbed.
Is the reduction.
Yes. Camilo, where?
And I'm.
Yes. We have. What else? Any ideas? Disturbed. Any guesses at the end? I'm so disturbed.
Progressive assimilation?
Yes. Who said that? It was Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
It was Camilo and Lisbeth. Yes, we have a assimilation here. Great. This was really big. Okay, great. Next one.
Miss?
Yes, tell me.
Excuse me. When we have a simulation?
Where? In the disturbed?
No. When do we have a simulation?
Oh, like when in general happens?
Yes.
Okay, so assimilation happens. We have different types of assimilation, but it happens when a sound influences the neighboring sounds. So
Okay.
it could influence the previous sound. Do you remember now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. So yes, that's assimilation. Good question. Now, number 9. I think if I read it, I will give it away. So try to think with a British accent.
Linking R.
An intruder in R.
Which one? Linking or intrusive?
Intrusive.
Okay, let's talk. Fernanda, why do you think it's linking? Or where do you see the change? In which word or sound?
In O.
In the beginning or at the end?
At the end.
So can you read it with your change?
Australia or New Zealand.
Okay, so that's
but
good.
I think it's interesting because it's the
Yes.
translation.
Yeah, so
no or. So I think it's
yeah.
interesting.
Great, yes. So Jolie was correct here.
Yes.
It is intrusive because we don't have the R in the spelling here. We don't have the R in the spelling. And we would say Australia or New Zealand. Well, trying to make a really British accent, but I can never do it. But we would use an intrusive R here. So I'm going to write it. Intrusive R. Try to read the next example in the meanwhile, while I'm writing this. So what do you think the next example, what happens? It could be better to go. It could be better to go.
Now I think we have an intruder in R. I don't know, it's going, maybe, no. An intrusive and linking R. 2. No.
Okay, so remember that linking R needs to have the R in the sentence for it to happen. So it needs to be, for instance, it needs to have a sentence. I mean, let me put my ideas together. You need to have an R in the spelling of that sentence in order for you to use linking R. Now, intrusive is when it just appears, it intrudes. It was not invited, so it just appears. But in this case, we don't have no intrusive R, and we also don't have any linking R. So it's another type of feature. So I'm gonna read it again. It could be better to go. Any ideas?
I think there's something happening in the beginning with it.
Okay, what do you think that could be?
Maybe an elision, but I'm not sure.
So elision is when we erase or delete some sounds. It could be better to go. It could be better to go. So is there any elision in it?
Or maybe what we just saw, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry.
Which one? We saw juncture. We saw assimilation.
No, it was with a R.
Intrusive R or linking R.
No, I'm just
reduction. Reduction.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't know.
Well, not really. But in this case, we have an assimilation. Why? Why do you think? Any ideas? Or where the assimilation could be happening? No.
On could be?
Yes. Can you explain that? Do you have any?
I'm not sure, but I knew that there was something, but I was between a lesion of the G, but I don't know, could be.
Well, it is actually assimilation.
Right.
And it's you had a good eye because it is happening in could be. So we have the sound followed by b. So the sound changes to b. So we would say it could be better. We don't say it could be better to go. We in fluent speech we would use assimilation here. So I'm gonna write an A, and it would be it could be better to go. Is it clear? Does it make sense? Yes, no.
Yes. So that G changed to a B?
Yes, it changes because the following sound influences the first sound. So which do you remember which type of assimilation that was? We had progressive and regressive. Yes, great. Yeah, so Camila, I'm gonna give this one to you because you kind of guessed it. Okay. Now, 11. What do you think that happens there?
Elision.
Explain me. Where do you think elision happens?
Okay.
You don't really know, or
it's difficult for me to explain what happened, elision, but I'm going to try to pronounce probably.
Yeah, go on.
One boat.
Okay, so well, this is actually not elision, but it's you spotted where the change was, so you are in a good track. It is where you pronounce, but this would be one boat. So any idea what this could be? No, it's here, the change.
Yes, maybe associate eso.
Eso. So yes, this was a simulation. So I think Lisbeth got it first. So let's write the L. Yes, it's only fair. This is a simulation. Why, Lisbeth, could you tell us why do you think this is a simulation? Maybe?
Because we change the sound N for them.
Yes, great. Claps for you. Great. So that is exactly what changes in this example. Now, 12.
Elision, Miss.
That was fast. Yes, that is
I was
elision.
thinking about it.
Yes. So, Jolie, you got this one.
Elision 2.
Yes. Great. That can be true. Yes. Perfect. The following one, 13. What do you think happens here? A nation or a nation? Can you do you sorry?
A junk.
Yes, William, great. So yes, I'm gonna write a W. And yes, this is juncture. do you that's great. That's great. So do you notice the difference? I mean the not the difference, the similarities in the pronunciation. So the real two words would be a nation, but in rapid speech we probably would say a nation, and it sounds like a nation, like the race of a person. So that one wasn't really difficult, but it's interesting. Now the 14th.
Linking R.
You are again. Which ones?
Linking R.
Okay, and can you tell me the why?
Okay, it's quite far away. It's quite far away. Like
Where? Yes, and where does the change happen?
Far away. Far away.
Yes, it was linking R. Also, we have another one.
Reduction.
Yes. So that was fast, all of you. So we have this one for Jolie and for William, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay, so, and also reduction. The next one. Any ideas?
Intrusion.
Okay, where?
I ate an apple.
Okay.
R.
Intrusive R?
Yes.
Could you read the sentence with the intrusive R?
I ate an apple.
Okay, I don't think there is a intrusive R here, but there is one similar. There is one that it's quite similar, but it's not with R. Should I give it to you? Do you have any ideas that what this could be? No? Okay, this one would be linking ja. So here
I was thinking about one of them, yeah.
Yes, so here we would use IJ. It's really difficult to pronounce. I cannot say it. I ate an apple. Yes, I ate an apple, and it sounds like you put a J in between both words. And there is another one. Do you have any ideas? I ate an apple at lunch. What happens with an? Could it change? Perhaps, maybe not. What do you think? Okay, I think maybe this could be to a schwa, change to a schwa. So it could be reduction. But the main feature that I wanted you to identify was linking ja. So it was good. And the last one. The last
linking
one.
R.
Yes, it was a linking R. And where?
Water on fire.
Yes. So you are right. Linking R. So was it difficult? What do you think?
I think we just have to study the content we have seen before.
Yes. Yes, I think the same. I agree with you. Because sometimes it's difficult to remember the content,
exactly.
and it's a lot. So yeah, makes sense. But try to practice this. So you could just create some sentences and create random sentences and practice and try to identify the features that you can find. So another practice, but we don't have enough time, so that's okay. Now, let's do a short recap. Who can tell me what assimilation was? I explained it, but maybe William, would you mind telling me what assimilation was? If no, that's fine. William?
I can miss.
Okay, don't worry, but pay attention so you are sure that we are sure that you understand. So that's okay. I'm not asking you to put pressure on you. I just want to check that you remember, understand. So it's not. Yes. I'm not trying to be mean. Okay.
I think I could explain juncture, for example.
Okay. Okay. Go on. I'm happy. Explain me juncture.
Okay. In my words, juncture is when you have two pairs of words, and the pronouns is it's similar when you speak fast, for example.
Yes.
The example we saw, an Asian and an Asian.
Yes. So yes, that's a good explanation. Thank you, William. So basically, juncture is when you have two words and in rapid speech you mention them or you pronounce them and they sound together as and they will probably sound like another word. So that was greatly explained. Now, do I have any volunteers for assimilation? It doesn't have to be really like in detail, but I need to know that you remember what assimilation is. Yes, no.
Maybe miss assimilation is when we have like two consonant sound, and like for example t and p, t come to pronounce like p again, like two the same consonant sound. I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
Yes, it's correct, Jolie. It is correct. So as you said, in assimilation, well, what basically happens is that one sound influences the other sound, or both of them could influence each other, because we have coalescent assimilation, which is where both of the sounds will influence each other. Then we have progressive assimilation, which the first sound would influence the second sound in a sentence. And then we have regressive assimilation, where the second sound influences the first sound. Do you remember now?
Yes, miss.
Great, great. Thank you. Now, any volunteers for linking and intrusion? Yes, no?
I can do it as well.
Go on. Perfect.
Okay, linking, it's for example when we have a word that end in R, we have like to join both words together. Like for example, when you have to put an example, I cannot think of an example right now, but it's when we have like an R and then we have a vowel sound. Or
yes. So as an example, Jolie, we used War and Peace, and the pronunciation was War and Peace, War and Peace, exactly. And it sounded like together. Yes. And exactly. Intrusion, what was it?
An intrusion is like when we have a long vowel sound. Like I wouldn't say a long vowel sound. It's when we have like a vowel sound or not a vowel sound, when you have a word that ends in a consonant sound, and this consonant sound is not an R, but we have like another word that ends in a long vowel, or I would say long O, and we in the other word, like we have to, for example, lower in order, we have like to join those words together.
That's like a great example.
Adding an R. I don't know.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much. So that was spot on the definition.
Ayuda, miss?
That was really clear. So thank you very much. An elision. Any volunteers for elision? I know you know the definitions, and I know that you know what they mean. So try to say them, and hopefully not the people that speak all the time, so I can be sure that, for instance, Nelson, would you mind telling us the definition of elision? Yes, no?
Teacher,
yes?
can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Deletion happens when we avoid a sound, a specific sound.
Yes, when we
Just
avoid the sound or when we eliminate the sound. So yes, that's correct. Thank you. And lastly, we have reduction. We reviewed this today, so can anyone tell me what reduction is? I hope you know what this is because we reviewed this today, so I have high hopes for you. Any ideas? Maybe who's there? Esther? Do you know what reduction is? No. Yes? Esther? Esther, would you mind telling us what reduction is?
Maybe a contraction?
Yes, contractions are parts of reduction. What other type of words are commonly reduced? Do you remember? There is a particular group of words that are commonly reduced. Okay, so examples like of, and, we reviewed them. Okay, so that is correct though. Contractions are actually reduction. Monosyllabic words or function words are commonly reduced. So yes, I would say that that's the definition. Do you have any questions before we finish the session? Because we're over the time already. Prepositions, good, good, well done. Any questions?
Miss,
No?
it's not a question. It's not a question, but I would like to tell you that do not forget, please, to send me like the presentation.
Yes, yes,
The
don't
previous
worry.
one and the previous one and that one, please.
Yes, don't worry.
Thank you so much.
I will do it now. No worries. Besides that, any questions? Any comments? No? Okay, so that would be it for today. Thank you for participating. If you need the presentations, I will send them to Jolly, and maybe you can ask him for the presentations. And yes, that would be it. I hope you have a great afternoon, and see you next week.
Miss, is Mr.
Camilo?
Bruno here?
Oh yes, I think yes.
All right.